This is deadly. They put this gate up just to prevent people from coming out and also to stop the ice from melting, because essentially this whole place is a death trap. Out in the desert today at a place known as Mosby Well. Not the main objective of today's episode. I'm trying to find a cave system about 15 or 10 miles down this road. And I don't have cell service, so I'm having trouble, but it's somewhere along here. I just gotta search the desert and look around. But I figured why not stop by as I'm traveling through and see what this place is all about. It's obviously abandoned, hasn't been active in a long time. But here's the well, and you wouldn't think water in the middle of the desert, and we're really in the middle of nowhere right now. Here was the water reservoir. It's neat to see an abandoned well like this, but now we're going to continue and search for this cave system. Sometime later, and I found Gaston Betty Well, another unexpected excursion. Here's what we're looking at. It's an ice cave known as King's Bowl. You could pause and read the cave if you'd like. Read this if you'd like. That's where I am. Ice cave, overlook. We'll check out the ice cave first and then see the overlook. Interesting. And then hazardous ground. Cracks are found everywhere within 100 yards of the parking area. Cliffs, sudden drop-offs of feet deep. Yeah, it's a really dangerous place. This is one of the most dangerous caves in this area, if not in the state of Idaho. Here's history of it. And this is, I was going to mention, because I didn't know if they would have information on it, but it used to be a tourist attraction. People would come out and pay money to see this place. You could see for 1967 to 1988, commercial tours were something that was quite prominent. It's interesting to see the old photos. Unfortunately, they thought it was too dangerous, so they stopped the tours in the 80s. But yeah, so we're gonna hike it. All right, let's see what this looks like. So there's drop-offs all around this. It opens up, there's small areas, just this huge crater. And the entrance is right over there. We're now approaching the entrance of Crystal Ice Cave. It's right here. An information plaque shows us where we're at, basically how ice caves form. Very interesting stuff if you're not sure about that. I've been to a couple ice caves. And this is where I am. And you can see it opens up. Ice plug, Crystal Ice Cave down below. You can't get into this section. It requires rappelling down a rope. This is gonna drop off. We might not be able to keep going, even if we wanted to. I'm not really sure. Let's see. Yeah. So, right where you're looking is a big cliff. Yeah, this is a really dangerous spot. But then, as we continue, this is open. When this was a tourist attraction, that's where the gate was to keep people out during closed hours. There's railing. Oh, wow. Check it out. This is weird because usually caves are 100% natural. You're not going to see man-made stuff, but since it was touristy, they had all this stuff that generally you wouldn't find in caves. It's began to erode right here. Quickly get across. Oh, wow. Okay. Danger beyond this point. That might be completely shut. Check this out. Pretty much, you're completely dead if you fall down there. Even what I'm standing on right now, or what I was standing on, that's a ledge. That's why I was kind of cautious, because that's a false floor, essentially. And this might be it. We might just go check out the next cave. It says to use the other entrance of the cave rather than damaging this one, as it's air sealed to prevent ice below in poor conditions from melting. It's definitely a cave that is out of our range when it comes to exploring. All right. What they mean by keeping it closed is once you're done using it, keep it closed, because obviously they keep it open for people with ropes and whatnot to climb in and explore. We're through it again. Now, just see what else we could find. Here's the overlook on the adjacent side. Still part of the same cave system. And some information plaques. Yeah, that's where I am. I was up here, right there for the other part. Just this huge cave. Then you could read this real quick. All right, that's the overlook. Ice Cave is right over that ledge, but you know that wasn't really proper cave exploring. So what I'm gonna do is I'm following this road to find another cave system. They're all over these mountains, so it shouldn't be too difficult to find one. And when we do, I'll add it to the video, we'll explore it, and then call it a day. I've been out in this desert all day today. I haven't seen anybody. That's the main cave, and then going off, I noticed this outcropping. I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. No, it doesn't go anywhere. The cave I'm looking at is a lava cave. Here's an information plaque on it. Generally, I explore lava and ice caves. Sometimes I switch it up though. It just depends what's around me. You're free to pause the screen and read if you'd like. It's just talking about how lava caves are made. Very interesting area though. Then here's another signage. Out into this massive entrance, which this is the biggest entrance for a cave I've seen. Generally, you gotta squeeze in, and interestingly enough, this one is the opposite of that. Let's turn the lights on. This is huge. All right. Just say goodbye to the outside world as we traverse into the cave. and see what remains. Generally, the places I explore tend to be off the beaten path. This one, there's tons of shoe prints, so it's a well-known one. And I like this because I explored a cave before where it was all graffitied right outside of Idaho Falls. And it was terrible, you know? It was a neat cave, but it was covered in graffiti and trash and bottles and all kinds of stuff. But this one, it's a direct opposite of that. Even though it's somewhat well visited, there's no graffiti or anything. Oh, wow. Check this out. Look at that color. It's really interesting how it looks like that. It's almost like a silver. Just on this entire cave. I'd be interested to see what this looks like in the wintertime. It's huge, this room. Oh, is that the end? Okay. Nothing. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. That's it. This was the entire cave system. Someone has gone camping here. I wouldn't ever have a campfire in a cave like this, but this would be the perfect cave to kind of set up a tent and camp in here. This would be an absolutely awesome place to camp, especially if you're traveling kind of how I am right now. You could easily just set up a tent. You know, it's extremely hot out in the desert. This would be nice. And it's cool in the cave. Back at the entrance, keep in mind both caves we've seen today. The first one, which was like that tourist attraction, then abandoned, and this one are extremely close to one another. It's about a 30-minute drive from one to the next. And that's wrapping up. I'm gonna say this has been an episode. I'm done for the day. As always, put a like, comment down below, subscribe. Stay tuned.